in every deed. We've got the power of peace. We've got the power of peace in every word, in every deed. We've got the power of peace. The church, the temple, the mosque, and everywhere, where 2 or 3 are gathered, the power of peace is growing there. We've got the power of peace in every word, in every deed. We've got the power of peace. We've got the power of peace in every word, in every deed. We've got the power of peace. Discrimination, prejudice is on the rise. Heritage of hatred, will we ever realize? We've got the power of peace in every word, in every deed. We've got the power of peace. We've got the power of peace in every word, in every deed. We've got the power of peace.
You've got the power of peace in every word and every deed. You've got the power of peace. I love that song. I don't know, it's one of those things that just keeps reminding me that we can make a difference in the world. We have the power of peace. Today we're going to learn a story about a woman named Ruth and her 2 daughters-in-law, Naomi and Boaz. And they had a very difficult time. They were very happy for a long time, and then things happened, and they had lost everything that they could. They lost their husbands. Ruth lost her entire family. And so Naomi and her daughter-in-law, Ruth, had to basically scrounge for everything they had. That doesn't happen so much in today's world, at least here in our country. Other countries might have similar things where if you've lost everything, you have to really work hard to survive. Luckily, we have a lot of things in place that help people survive if they have lost a lot of things. But we're going to learn that peacemakers, people like you and me, we help other people. So you don't have to lose everything to have help. You could maybe just help your neighbor mowing their grass, or in the fall raking their leaves, or in the winter shoveling their snow. Sometimes peacemakers are people like you and me just go and check on our neighbors who are older. But that, in the story we're going to learn today, that there's always things that we can do to help people in our neighborhood, and it helps us become peacemakers. And we know that peacemakers are called the children of God. So let's take a minute right now and reflect in our day and learn about the story of Naomi, Ruth, and Boaz.
Hello, this is the 3rd day of Vacation Bible School. We're working on being peacemakers. Did you have any success yesterday? Did you solve any problems? Today we'll find out another way we can be a peacemaker. Already you've heard a story about 2 women, Naomi and Ruth. Naomi was older. She had had 2 sons, and her husband and sons died. But they had wives, and one of them's name was Ruth. Now, Ruth and Naomi traveled back home to Naomi's hometown, but they were very poor because neither of them had a son or a husband to work for them. And in those days, which were very long ago, women couldn't do much work because they didn't have jobs like women can have today. So let me tell you the story about Naomi and Ruth. Naomi and Ruth were very poor. They had no money. and they needed food badly. When they came to Bethlehem, it was in the early summer. All the farmers and their workers were busy in the fields harvesting the barley crop. There was an old law about the harvest. When there was food, all must share, even the poor who had no land. This was the law of the gleaners. When you harvest grain, leave a little in the corners and at the end of the rows. If you drop an armful, let it stay where it is. So, Ruth went down to work in the fields. She happened to go to the fields of a farmer named Boaz. Boaz went out to check on his harvesters. He saw Ruth and asked who she was. Boaz went up to Ruth and said kindly, "Stay here and keep close to my harvesters. You may follow them as they gather. When you are thirsty, you may have water from our water jars." "Why are you so kind to me? I am only a foreigner," Ruth said to Boaz. Boaz smiled. "I know about the kindness you have shown to your mother-in-law. I know how you have left your own land and your father and mother to come and take care of Naomi." So Ruth went back to her work. Boaz quietly told his workers to pull some barley out of the bundles and drop handfuls on purpose for her to pick up. Ruth worked in the field until evening. When she took the grain home, Naomi was surprised to see so much. "Where have you been working today to gather so much grain?" Naomi asked. Ruth told her everything that had happened and the name of the friendly man in whose fields she had worked. "Boaz is a relative of mine," Naomi said excitedly. "The Lord is good to us." Every day until the end of the barley and wheat harvests, Ruth worked in the fields belonging to Boaz. She collected enough food to make sure she and Naomi would have enough to keep them through the winter. So who is the peacemaker in today's story? Well, Naomi and Ruth love each other, and Ruth wants to help Naomi because she is her mother-in-law and she's older. Boaz is the man who owns the fields where Ruth is gathering the grain. He is the peacemaker we're talking about today, because peacemakers help people. That's our Bible challenge for today. Peacemakers help people. Now, we have already talked about how peacemakers are the children of God, that peacemakers solve problems. And today we say peacemakers help people. Our Bible verse today is from Romans, and it says, "Don't mistreat someone who has mistreated you, but try to earn the respect of others." That has happened to all of us, I'm sure. Somebody just makes you so mad that you just feel like you have to react in a mean way. But that wouldn't be making peace. Try to live in harmony with others. That's what we said yesterday. Don't mistreat someone who is mistreating you. That means don't be mean to somebody just because they were mean to you, but try to respect and gain the respect of others. Respect others and gain the respect of others. People will see that you're trying to make peace, and they will try to. That's what peacemakers do. They help others. Now, I have a story to read to you today about peacemakers helping others. Polly Pastrami Achieves World Peace by James Promos. This is Polly Pastrami. He is 8 years old now, but he was only 7 when he achieved world peace. Polly Pastrami once ate an entire pizza in one sitting. Burp. He beat a tiger in a race. Actually, it was a kitty named Tiger. And he was even kissed by a girl, by my Aunt Margie. But achieving world peace was his greatest accomplishment to date. How did he do it? Polly Pastrami was nothing special. Certainly no more special than you are. The kid had not yet mastered whistling. Often his socks did not match. Polly Pastrami was constantly picked last for street hockey. And I'm the only one with proper goalie equipment. How did such a boy achieve world peace? Polly Pastrami started by being kind to small animals, then bigger animals, and bigger still. Next, he tended to the earth, watering flowers. Hi, Joe, thirsty? Reading to trees. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. And listening to the river tell him stories of long ago. Eventually, Polly Pastrami turned his attention to mankind. He apologized to his little sister for something he did when he was 5 years old. She was having none of it. So he made her the most fantastic doll he could. She immediately forgave him. Next, Polly Pastrami decided to take his cause to the classroom. He began to listen more. The early bird catches the worm. The woman makes sense. He shared his lunch with Morris Klupnik when he forgot his. Thank you. And sang often. La 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 la. Polly Pastrami offered compassion to those in need. There, Principal Millsap. He worked hard, finished what he started, laughed at himself, and cried with others. Polly Pastrami learned that a misunderstanding could often be settled with a cupcake. Polly Pastrami's actions had an impact on the entire classroom. In fact, the whole school was at peace. He was elected class president, class vice president, hall monitor, crossing guard, birthday party coordinator, and best person on the planet. But Polly Pastrami wanted more. He wanted world peace. Polly Pastrami went to his parents. "I must achieve world peace by tonight," he told them. Said his mother. "World peace?" Said his father. "By tonight?" Then his father said, "That's it. We are going on a world tour." Oh boy. Off they went in their 68 VW Beetle. First stop, Furniture World. After that, it was on to the tire store. Then Sports World. Next stop, Toy World. Then World of Magic. Polly Pastrami brought cupcakes and peace to them all. It wasn't until Polly Pastrami handed out cupcakes at Mattress World that he realized how tired he was. So he and his father called it a day. Thanks. I hear it is as much about the simple act of giving as it is about the cupcakes. Nice. Sweet. Oh boy. When they got home, Polly Pastrami's father made a big announcement. "Now entering your home, Polly Pastrami, the boy who just achieved world peace." Well done! Polly Pastrami's mother applauded wildly. That night, Polly Pastrami's parents thanked the heavens that they were blessed with such an incredible boy. Click. And in his room, Polly slept peacefully. And now we'll close with a little prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Oh God, thank you for all the people who are working together to make this Vacation Bible School fun and interesting and a learning time. Please help us learn how to help others. Sometimes it takes courage to not mistreat someone else. But if we try to find a peaceful way of letting other people know that we want to be peaceful, then we can gain the respect of others, and we will respect ourselves too. We do this because we want to be called the children of God. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Make peace.
God is bigger than what we can see. God is bigger than what we believe. God is bigger than ideology. God is bigger, God is bigger, God is bigger than you and me. Growing up, go to school, am I enough? Am I cool? So much to learn, what's the rule? God is bigger. Sometimes brave, often scared. Am I normal? Am I weird? What's the lesson to be heard? God is bigger. bullied and pushed around, hoping pieces on the ground, giving up, shutting down. God is bigger. Who is pretty, who is not, who is cold, who is hot? What's a healthy, holy thought? God is bigger. What's a healthy, holy thought? God is bigger. God is bigger than what we can see. God is bigger than what we believe. God is bigger than ideology. God is bigger. God is bigger. God is bigger than you and me. Everybody makes mistakes. Growing hope, love and faith. Behold God's amazing grace. God is bigger. Friends and enemies, forgiveness is for all of these. Mercy is the way of peace. God is bigger. Be strong in honesty, compassion and humility. Love beyond infinity. God is bigger. Stand against injustice, cultivate holiness. Can I get a witness? God is bigger. Can I get a witness? God is bigger. God is bigger than what we can see. God is bigger than what we believe. God is bigger than ideology. God is bigger. God is bigger. God is bigger than you and me. Than what we can see. God is bigger than what we believe. God is bigger than ideology. God is bigger. God is bigger. God is bigger than you and me. God is bigger.
So who doesn't like sidewalk chalk? Today we're going to make pictures on our sidewalk or on our driveway, and it's going to remind us that we can be peacemakers. And it's also going to remind us that we can do things for people just like in the Bible story. You know, Ruth and her daughter-in-law had to go out to the fields and find leftover grain, and sooner or later they met someone who helped them. Pope Francis said that we can help people too. He tells us that when new people come into our neighborhood, we can respond by doing 4 things. 4 words: welcome, protect, promote, and integrate. We can be friendly. We can keep them safe. We can learn about their culture. We can share it with others, and we can make it part of our experience too. So take your sidewalk chalk and go outside and make a great big welcome for your friends and families, and also for anybody new in your neighborhood. Maybe if somebody's moving into your neighborhood, you can put a great big welcome sign on the end of their driveway. Okay? So we'll see you in a minute for our snack, but right now I want you to run outside with your sidewalk chalk and have fun. So every year in Vacation Bible School, we always make trail mix. Today's trail mix is going to remind us of things that the kind of rocks and the kind of situation Ruth and Naomi had when they were trying to go through the fields and trying to get a little bit of grain out of everything. So one of the ways to measure how much trail mix you need is to kind of figure out maybe a cup of everything. So these are just things we had in the cupboard, and you can just pour it in there just to kind of guess how much you actually need. But remember to use everything that you have, and to remember that you can use things that you like. If you don't like marshmallows, you don't have to put them in. Okay, so Fruit Loops are always a fun cereal, so you can put Fruit Loops in it, and then Skittles are always fun, and of course M&Ms are fun. And you can always remember that pretzels, if you don't have those kinds of pretzels, you can put maybe stuffed pretzels that are stuffed with peanut butter or with chocolate. What other things could you put in? You could put in Cheerios, you could put in wheat checks or rice checks, but put in 3 or 4 or 5 different things put them in a great big bowl, and then you can stir them up. And then it's very easy to put them all in a bowl, in a cup like that. And then you can just enjoy your trail mix for more than one day. Okay, there you go. And there is trail mix to remind us that sometimes you have to do some looking around to find something good to eat, just like Ruth and Naomi. What a great day we had today. We learned a wonderful Bible story about not mistreating others. That's our Bible verse today. Don't mistreat someone who has mistreated you, but try to earn the respect of others. That's a long one. Let's say it again. Don't mistreat others who have mistreated you, but try to earn the respect of others. Just like Ruth and Naomi. Okay, so they were in a difficult position, but they tried to be kind to everyone. And someone saw how nice they were and provided food for them. So I hope you enjoyed your snack. And you know, you didn't have to make the snack that way. You certainly could put nuts in it if you had nuts at home, or healthier things. Or you could even try making trail mix with all vegetables. That would even be fun. So I'll see you tomorrow. And remember that you can make a difference in the world. Bye.
Difference, we can make a difference. Go make a difference in the world. Go make a difference, we can make a difference. Go make a difference in the world. Go make a difference, we can make a difference. Go make a difference in the world. Go make a difference, we can make a difference. Go in the world. We are the salt of the earth, called to let the people see the love of God in you and me. We are the light of the world, not to be hidden but be seen. Go make a difference in the world. Go make a difference, we can make a difference. Go make a difference in the world. Go make a difference, we can make a difference. Go make a difference in the world. We are the hands of Christ, reaching out to those in need. The face of God for all to see. We are the spirit of hope, we are the voice of peace. So go make a difference in the world. Go make a difference, we can make a difference. Go make a difference in the world. Go make a difference, we can make a difference. Go make a difference in the world. So let your love shine on, let it shine for all to see. Go make a difference in the world. And the Spirit of Christ will be with us as we go. Go make a difference in the world. Go make a difference,